If you need an incredibly fast, low-effort way to get a full transcript for a long YouTube video and immediately turn it into snackable social clips, then I have the ultimate hack for you. One of the quickest methods is to lean directly on YouTube's surprisingly good built-in automatic captioning feature. With basically one single click, you get a full, generated transcription ready for use. Plus, the platform even helps translate those captions for you later, so your content can instantly reach a much wider global audience. This is also a total accessibility win, benefiting viewers who watch with the sound off, or anyone who is hard of hearing. Now, full disclosure first. YouTube's automatic speech recognition technology is definitely not perfect every single time. It'll capture most of the words, but you will see some weird punctuation, a few misheard words, and some awkward line breaks pop up. The fantastic news, though, is that you can edit those captions directly inside the YouTube Studio interface. And that edited version is what YouTube will officially show instead of those rough initial auto-captions. I'll walk you through that correction process in a moment, and then I'll show you a smarter workflow to turn that transcript into short, viral-ready clips. This is crucial because doing this clip creation manually for long videos or podcasts is an absolute massive time sink. So, step 1 starts with signing into your YouTube Studio account, which is your central hub. Once inside, look to the left-hand navigation panel and click on the subtitles option. Next, you need to find the specific video you want to transcribe. I highly recommend naming them clearly for easy demo searching. If captions have already been generated, you'll see them listed there as an English track, or whatever language your video was detected in. Click on that track to reveal the essential options: unpublish, download, or edit. What I always advise doing first is clicking Duplicate and Edit to create a safe backup of the rough auto-caption track. This action gives you a completely editable copy, essentially turning the captions into plain, standard text. Now you can easily fix capitalization, correct any faulty punctuation, or simply remove those annoying filler words you spoke. This editing process is fundamentally much faster than trying to type an entire transcript out completely from scratch. For a quick grab of raw text, here is a pro tip. Open the video on the public YouTube site and choose Show Transcript from the 3-dot menu. You can highlight that entire transcript section and copy it for a quick, though sometimes messy, grab. It includes timestamps, which is admittedly messy, but it's unbelievably handy for a fast cleanup job. Returning to the Studio Editor, one of the best features for precision is the dedicated timing editor. When you hit Edit Timings, you see the exact start and end points for every single caption block in your script. While you can manually tweak the numbers in those fields, the much quicker method is dragging the caption blocks directly along the audio timeline. You play it back constantly to make absolutely sure those on-screen labels match up perfectly with the spoken audio. YouTube even offers a clever pause while typing setting, which is absolute gold when you are fixing a very long transcript. This feature automatically pauses the video player the moment your fingers start moving on the keyboard, preventing you from losing your place. Once your captions are perfectly polished, you can download the subtitle file as an SBV or an SRT, depending on your final editor's needs. Save that file locally, then import it into whatever professional video editor you happen to be using. Alternatively, you can simply upload that refined file right back into YouTube's system. After you click Publish on the caption editor, the refined track immediately replaces the rough automatic one on your video. You can always jump back in later on to tweak or adjust things if you notice any small errors after the fact. This entire process is absolutely phenomenal when dealing with content like a 2-hour podcast or a lengthy professional interview. YouTube does the majority of the heavy lifting by providing you with a solid rough draft, so your job is just the final polish. However, transcribing is realistically only the very first step in the content repurposing journey. Most creators don't just want a plain text file, they ultimately want those bite-sized, high-performing clips for social platforms. And that is precisely where a specialized tool like Vizard jumps in to save you a truly staggering amount of time. The first key advantage is that Vizard is purpose-built to automatically find the absolute best moments in your long-form video. Instead of manually hunting for the best highlight reel, the AI scans the video and the transcript to pull out punchlines or emotional high-energy answers. It then generates these potential clips automatically, creating ready-to-post edits right before your eyes. This means you can transform a 2-hour stream into dozens of usable short clips without spending an entire week just on the editing part. Second, the auto-schedule feature within the platform is a complete game-changer for consistency. You simply set how frequently you want new content pushed out, and the AI will queue up clips based on that exact frequency. This eliminates the tedious process of exporting videos, opening every single social platform, and posting them one by one. It automates that entire workflow, so your channels remain constantly active without you constantly babysitting every single post. Third, the content calendar view is truly my favorite part for any creator who wants to run a channel professionally, not chaotically. You can see, schedule, tweak captions, and even publish clips across all your socials directly from that single dashboard. You can swap out thumbnails or adjust posting times, all without ever having to leave that main hub screen. Now, I don't want you to think this is the only tool out there, because there are solid alternatives you should know about. Tools like Otter.ai and Google Recorder are great for raw, highly accurate transcription, especially in noisy locations. However, they simply don't take those transcripts and turn them into polished, ready-to-post short videos or handle scheduling. Descript is certainly powerful if you want full-fledged podcast editing and overdub features, but it can get quite pricey. It also presents a much steeper learning curve if all your primary goal is just getting highlight clips fast. Kapwing and Vizard are fantastic platforms for quick edits and adding graphics, yet they are primarily editors, not workflow managers. You still have to manually assemble, export, and then post every single short clip individually from those services. Rev provides excellent accuracy, but that service comes with a per-minute cost that adds up incredibly fast for long-form content libraries. In comparison, Vizard is heavily focused on that creator workflow. Import, extract highlights, refine clips, and then publish with scheduling. This makes it a much more end-to-end solution specifically designed for social-first content repurposing efforts. So here is the simple, combined workflow that merges YouTube's speed with the clipping power of Vizard. First, upload your video to YouTube and let it generate those initial auto-captions. Then go polish them in Studio for a clean transcript copy. Second, you import that finished video, optionally with the edited captions, directly into the Vizard platform. Let the AI scan everything, review the suggested clips, and then trim or tweak anything the AI might have slightly missed. You can easily apply quick branding templates or change the aspect ratio for different platforms like TikTok or Reels right here. Third, set your desired posting frequency in the scheduler or manually drag your final clips onto the content calendar for review. Fourth, adjust captions, swap thumbnails, and finalize the specific posting times as needed within that calendar view. Finally, you just hit the main publish button and let the system push the content out exactly on your set schedule. You can then check back on the calendar later to see what is currently live, what is already queued, and what is upcoming next. If your main goal is consistently boosting your overall reach, employing this repurposing method is far more effective than just publishing one long video and crossing your fingers. And if you need to keep your operation lean, use YouTube's completely free auto-captions as the initial transcript baseline. Polish that baseline quickly in Studio, and then allow the specialized tool to handle all the heavy lifting of clip selection and distribution. The bottom line here is that YouTube's captions are an unbeatable, super fast starting point for accessibility. But when you combine that baseline with a tool built specifically to repurpose long-form content into short, shareable hits, you will genuinely save yourself hours every single week. Vizard really hits that perfect sweet spot. It's faster and cheaper than building a manual workflow with 3 or 4 different apps. It is also significantly more automated than just downloading raw transcript files and trying to manage them yourself. If you want, I can sketch out a super simple step-by-step checklist for a specific video format you are currently working on. Or I can give you a quick rundown of the best templates and settings to use for optimizing clips, specifically for TikTok versus YouTube Shorts versus Instagram Reels. So tell me right now, do you want that actionable checklist or the platform-specific optimization settings to crush your next repurposing batch?